Well, good morning,
Good morning.
good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, and y'all know what it is. I don't even have to tell y'all what it is. This is Way Out Wednesday. This is Way Out Wednesday. We talk about whatever's on your heart. All you have to do is give us a call, 678-381-1973, 678-381-1973, and we will talk about it in its entirety. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, doing good. Anna from Parts Unknown. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing real good. I overslept today, which is a miracle, but I'm doing good. It felt good too.
It was hard for all of us to let that pillow go this morning. That pillow had a hold on us, and it got a hold on us. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. I'm glad you're here with us, man. Glad you joined us this morning. And this is Way Out Wednesday. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with you, Anna. What's on your heart? What is one of the topics that's on your heart, Way Out Wednesday, that you want to talk about?
Well, first, I wanted to, in recognition of National Autism Awareness Month, I wanted to tell each and every one of you families, all these transitions I know are not easy. I've been dealing with a lot of them at home myself. It is not easy. If you guys have noticed throughout the month, I have worn Autism Awareness Month. This is actually recognized as Child Abuse Awareness Month. So please find a cause that you care for, and take a family, hug on them, take a child, hug on them, make it a better world for all of us. And besides that, really nothing's on my mind except that I can't believe that this state is being opened up. And I ask each and every one of you guys to continue with caution, as if the person right next to you is sick, because we don't know what the future effects of this COVID-19 will bring.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you something. I think it would be a great thing for a family that's able, because not everybody's in a position where they could do it. But if they're able to adopt a child, and maybe not through the whole legal system, or you go through not all the paperwork, but go out there and adopt a child that's in need, and provide and help provide for that child as much as you can. Everybody's in a situation, and none of us are super rich where we could just drop like Tyler Perry did, go and pay all this stuff, or like T.I. do, go in there and pay everybody's groceries. And a lot of us not in a situation whereas we could do that, but we all in a situation, hopefully, where we can do something. Leonard, what do you say to that?
I've just lost my train of thought. What did you just mention, Raheem?
No, about we all can't be in a situation. First we were talking about adopting.
That's what I thought you said about people going back and not being able to, and families, struggling right now because they have to work.
Yeah.
And they have to do what they have to do, regardless of the situation. And we do know that in times like these, the believer especially, the believer will be blessed. You have to take precautions, because when it just seems like it's not going to work out, God has a way to work it out. Because I know there was a lot of times when, sometimes when you go into situations and you just not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been points where I just have, Lord, you're going to have to fix this because I've really done all I can.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just rough right now, especially that anxiety associated with not knowing whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table, or if you're worried about being evicted and things like that. So, the way provided is you going to work. The faith is being able to go to work and feeling safe. That's what we have to work on, is that part of the faith that says, even though the situation don't look the way I need it to look, the Lord should please bless me to do what I have to do.
Exactly. Now, do y'all think, and either one of y'all can handle this question, do y'all think the crime rate, it has a potential of going up because a lot of people are not without work, and you still have responsibilities, man. You still have bills. Your kids still have to eat. Do you think this has the potential to elevate the crime rate, Annie? Anna, I say Annie. Anna, what do you say?
Above and beyond that, I believe there's going to be a lot more deaths. And I think that is going to make a lot of things go up and go down, if that makes sense. When you find yourself as a single mom without any help, and this is why, like I said, I've emphasized for so long, and I continue to emphasize it even during these times. If you can start a garden, you'll be able to make something out of anything. You know what I'm saying? Find new recipes. It's not gonna, I don't see it getting any better. And if it does disappear, maybe let's say the media was over exaggerating it, it's still not safe. My understanding, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, they opened up the beaches in Florida, Jacksonville, and then all of a sudden all these new cases came up again. I think if you ask me, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Leonard, what do you say to that, man? They're opening up all these situations. They're opening up on Georgia. Georgia's supposed to open up next week. How wise is that, Leonard? Is that a wise move? Is it too soon? And it's hard. We none of us have a crystal ball where we can look at it and say, well, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. But at the same time, if you use wisdom, do you think it's a good idea? Much like Florida, it came back and bit them in the behind, man. All the numbers of cases that they have now based on what has happened. What do you say to that, Leonard?
Well, I mean, I don't know what people expect. And I was having this conversation with other people about this. I've never put my trust in.
Come on.
There you go. There you go. Say it.
I've never really put my trust in men this way. So one, yes, they make bad decisions all the time. I mean, that don't mean that I have to do what they say. I mean, I don't care what everybody else is doing, what the world is doing.
Exactly.
I know what I'm not going to do. So I hope that people are safe. Especially, I hope people who have to go out and go to work every day. So, like we said, people opening back up. There's some people never shut down.
Exactly.
There's some people that have been going to work, they've been unprotected, they haven't had a mask or what have you. And I'm sure that believer gets up every day, Lord protect me. Like Christy, when Christy comes on, Christy going to work, man. Yeah. Every day.
Let me ask you this question, and I talked to my wife about that. Actually, this morning we were talking this morning, and I say, to me, I think it's a crazy idea of what they're doing and how they're doing it. They're opening up the restaurants for you to be able to go in there and sit down and eat at the restaurants. But they say make sure you maintain your social distancing. Make sure you maintain your social distancing and wear your mask. And I ain't never been able to wear a mask and eat at the same time. I'm just trying to figure out how does this work? Because how do you eat with a mask on?
You know what? That sounds as good as the guy telling Christy that she had a beautiful smile with her mask.
Exactly. And see, it's crazy to me, man. I don't understand how they're going to do this. How they plan on how you going to maintain your social distancing, keep your distance from everybody, wear your mask. You're opening up the restaurant for everybody to go sit in the restaurant collectively, a whole group of people, but you want them to eat with a mask on. How do you do that?
But you know what bothers me the most? This is not a learning moment.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
I mean, I don't even know why oh my God, why would I trust this white man to make a decision in the best interest of everybody else? Why? I mean, you ain't been able to trust leadership in the past 4 years. Why would you trust them now?
Come on.
Thank you.
You see what they're doing. As a matter of fact, if you just want to get involved with why it may be happening, isn't it amazing how it seems to conveniently come around during the primary, right before the primary?
Come on.
See, because if America stayed in, you would be ready to vote in November.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So you got to get you back out and get you back frustrated, get you back crazy, and get you back sick. So now I got a reason to delay the presidential election.
Mm-hmm.
It's an agenda involved
Mm-hmm.
with men, once again, operating in their own best interest as opposed to the best interest of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you voted for this joker, the type of person he was, he's a liar and a thief. He was that as Secretary of State. He wasn't all that brilliant then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've seen him on the press conferences and everything else. So one, no, I'm not shocked by his decisions he's making because he's going along with the plan, his agenda. See how many people will die.
So is he a puppet to Trump?
No, he ain't no puppet. He's just doing things in his own best interest.
Absolutely.
Devils don't have to get along. They operate in their own best interest.
Let me ask you a question, Leonard, and it's interesting that you say that, and we're gonna go to Christy as well. But do you think, from where you're sitting and your expertise and everything that you have on your table, Leonard, do you think he stole this election from Stacey?
Of course he did. Of course he did. The man is a voter suppressionist. He is a product of the wicked South, and that's how he behaves, and that's what he does. These people not gonna get saved. You understand me? They don't care nothing about the people. They lie, they cheat, and they steal. This man was known for trying to keep people from voting and everything else. So no, he doesn't surprise me. This is because I've lived up north before. I miss the leadership of competent individuals. Because ever since I've been in the South in Georgia, there's been an ignorant racist clown as governor. And this is prevalent throughout the South, especially in those former Confederate states.
Leonard, why don't you just tell us how you really feel, brother? Stop holding back. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't like when people be acting brand new. You know, every day people, I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he did. That's a wicked white racist. Why would you be shocked? You should have been just as upset and willing to vote so he wouldn't even be there today.
Exactly. Let me do this. I want to get good morning, Christy. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Morning Glow family. What y'all got going on this morning?
Well, you know, this is Way Out Wednesday, and one of the things I want to talk to you about, Christy, and I'm glad you're here because you're in the medical field. And they just lifted, they talking about lifting this whole thing up and opening up the state of Georgia. We know what happened in Florida when they opened up those beaches. The amount of people that came the next day with this coronavirus. So with you being in the medical field, Christy, how do you feel about this decision?
It's an ignorant decision. I mean, I don't think we're ready to be open, but you have to understand we're not living in a society where it's about the people. America is a capitalistic society. So it's trying to get back to business as usual. It's losing a lot of money. We're in debt by trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. With all the ports being closed, we're not be able to get imports or exports. So I mean, it's crippling America. And so the governors are actually ready to get to business as usual, so the money can start accumulating for the rich. Now, the stimulus package and all that was just to boost the economy. Because they say, well, we give y'all money, y'all gonna go spend it. And if y'all spend it, then it's gonna boost the economy. And we all know that that's not gonna work, because once the money is over with, then it's back to where it is. But I feel like, no, it shouldn't be open so quickly. Because Florida is evident. Like I told Knowledge that I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna see what the end result gonna be. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna still wait.
Christy, what do you think? Christy, what do you think the health risk could be with them opening up so soon?
It's gonna be just like in the history when Philadelphia opened up early with the parade to for when during the World War, when Philadelphia in the 18 opened up and they had the parade. over 200,000 Americans died the next day, within a week of that pandemic. One thing I'm a true believer is learning from history. History teaches us that if you open up too early, it's going to hurt the American people. I mean, and if you really want to talk about how dumb Bush is, I can tell you that, because in 2005, for you Republican people that love Republican Party, your boy Bush in 2005 was the one who implemented the pandemic readiness because he was worried about the pandemic happening. So he put things in place so if it ever happens, then we will be prepared. It was also Barack Obama who also in 2014 warned the people of a pandemic that's going to come. So you had 2005 and 2014 telling you, but you still didn't stop. You had 4 years. 4 years. If you want to blame Barack Obama, fine, I'll go with you. It's Barack Obama's fault and he didn't do what he's supposed to, but you had 4 years to do what you're supposed to do. You had 4 years. I can stack up some gloves. In 4 years, I can stack up some ventilators. So you can't pass the blame because you are a little child in a man's body and you want to whine and cry about somebody else's fault. No, it's because you're not intelligent and you're not smart enough to listen to warning, because it's all about the money for you.
Exactly. We have a caller. Kurt, good morning, sir. How you doing, Kurt? I know you jumping up and down in your seat over there, brother. Kurt, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Glory family. How y'all doing?
Man, look at Kurt. They wide open.
Good morning, Kurt.
Come up to your phone, brother. Come on to your phone. We want to be able to hear you, brother. And what's on your heart about Kurt? Let me ask you this. Let's switch it up a little bit. You live both in the North and the South, and I heard Leonard earlier say how the North has a more competent form of government, form of leadership, people in place. Do you find that to be true? And is the South lagging behind?
Well, he right. He right, man. Even when you just look at, and there's no disrespect to my people, because my family from down there. I lived there. I lived there for a number of years. I have never been able to understand how it is that a state with so much black wealth can be ruled by the Sons of the Confederacy. I have never in my life understood that. So, it's certain things up on this end. I'm just going to keep it completely honest. It's certain things up on this end that just ain't going to happen. It's like, I live in a state where we're a Democratic state, but we got a Republican governor. All right. And I ain't going to lie. I'm impressed with the dude. I don't like all his policies, but I'm impressed with him because he understands, hey, look, hold on now. I got an African-American population that ain't going to take that foolishness. Like, no, you know what? Yeah, all right. But for some reason, in whatever season, sometimes in the South, there's a mindset that, I love the country, but sometimes it can be a mindset that push the population that's living there or that's existing there, the working population behind. It's like one of the things I never understood why the South don't have a union. Don't have unions. You see what I'm saying? Like, and we'll fight you tooth and nail if you even try and talk about a union. We'll fire you.
Yeah.
Well, you all should have a union. You don't have no representation. In South Carolina, fire real estate. You got people losing their jobs for nothing just because, somebody came in and decided they didn't like the person. So it's a weird dichotomy. But I've been wanting to say this for a while, right? Mr. Trump, you're fired.
Good deal. And
if only we can find 45.
And what's on your heart? We're talking about the different dynamics of the North and the South, and how the South could be a little behind when it comes to leadership. They want to get caught up in that good old boy system type situation and deal with that good old boy system. That he's a good old. Go ahead.
So I do want to make a comment to that, but I want to go back to the beaches, and this was very reputable, probably the most read newspaper in the island of enchantment, aka Puerto Rico. So this is what it says, and for my Spanish viewers, you will understand. Florida reporta más de 800 casos nuevos de coronavirus en tan solo 24 horas. This means that as soon as
I say the same thing.
You said what?
I say the same thing. Exact same word.
So what it's saying is that when those beaches opened up, Florida reported 800 new cases of coronavirus. 800. Okay, this is no joke. And to answer your question, I just wanted to read that because that's something very important. This is not to mention nail salons and everything else that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. I do believe that the North is doing a lot better of a job when it comes to, this whole virus and to a lot of things. The South is, we've taken school systems from up North and started to do the whole core system because, we took after what they do up North. Their governors have been, from what I see at least, have overall done an outstanding job. From my understanding, and Curtis, I kind of cheated. I was talking to AJ, we were messaging back and forth. My understanding is that they're not opening back up for a few months. That's smart. A lot of states up there are not opening up. So what is the rush to open up down here? I don't care what the economy is going through. So you're saying that people's lives are expendable is what you're saying. So to answer your question, I believe that Leonard is right. Curtis is right. Yes. The South is very behind in everything, especially the way we're treating human beings right now. I think that's what angers me the most. And please, to all listening audience, do not act as if nothing's going on. Still wear your gloves, still wear your hats or your masks, order them online if you have to, protect yourself, and continue using your Lysol, even at the gas pumps, whatever it is that you need to do to protect yourself, because it is not worth it. When you're 6 feet under, nobody's going to care. The world's going to keep revolving. So guess what? Take care of yourself. That's pretty much all.
Exactly. Leonard, let me ask you this question, and we got another caller. We're going to go to the call as well. Do you think, Leonard, it is by design? And the places, Wyoming and Iowa and places like that, that's primarily don't have a lot of Black folks there. They're not opening up those places. They're opening up South Carolina. They're opening up Georgia. And I think there was another state that say they're going to open up, and they say Georgia has a huge Black population. Do you think it's by design? Am I being a conspiracy theorist when I think this, or is there any facts backing this up?
It's historical. The people that behave this way behave the same way on other issues. They are Confederates. That's what they do. So you can't expect them to all of a sudden have this great sense of love and concern for people just because of a pandemic. They have always did things outside of your best interest. Like I say, the governor that we have now is a known voter suppressionist, which is the reason why Stacey Abrams continues the fight that she fights. We know who evil men are. We just have been so slow to remove them from power. This is not new. These states rallied against the United States of America before. So they all are going to fall in line with this whole, the South will rise again. This whole ignorant rhetoric. You've seen the children that they've produced because they be on the steps with guns and everything. So you know who they are. This whole notion that you should be shocked every time you hear the foolishness and inhumane decisions that they make. That whole brand newness, to me, I can't tolerate it. Because the people allow this to happen. We went in and Georgia elected Brian Kemp.
Would these things happen up north, Leonard?
Well, I'm not going to say they wouldn't happen up north, but there's a bigger price to pay up north for misleading and misguiding people. And one, we're a lot more forward and aggressive when it comes to reacting to oppression. Okay, so like say for instance, Kurt say now they pretty much a blue state, but a Republican is elected. He's listening to him. He's understanding who his base is, and he's adjusting appropriately. I don't hate all Republicans, but what they have never been on an agenda of I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna help as many people as I can. I'm gonna look out for the less fortunate. They've never been that way. So it shocks me that people react the way they react. And black people need to learn anything. Instead of listening to all this conspiracy and crap, you need to understand civic responsibility. Lack of responsibility produces a Donald Trump. It produces all these evil, wicked people in all these positions of authority. See, we had this issue before in the South. And we had federal people down here making sure that they complied with the United States. And you see the deals that the North and the Union made with the South. So why you expect these people all of a sudden to be having these come to Jesus meetings and give a damn about whether you die or not, to me, it's absurd.
Good deal. Good deal. We have another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Mr. Flipper? What's going on?
Mr. Flipper, what's going on? So how you doing this morning?
All right, how about yourself?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Glad you called in this morning, man. We're talking about, what do you think about Georgia? You here in Georgia. What do you think about Georgia lifting up this little thing that they got going on? So they're going to open up the state. What do you think about that, Mr. Flipper?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think Kemp really cares. He just caring about himself. So, I mean, from what I heard, because I heard that they will open the World Country Center and make it to another hospital.
That's already in effect.
So
yeah.
So basically, this is what I heard him say. I might misword it, but he said, even though we opened it, we're gonna lift it because we got more room for patients. So he really don't care. He just worried about himself right now because he don't know somebody personally that has it. But when it hits home, which probably hasn't hit home for him yet, he'll think differently.
Oh yeah. And so, who do you think those beds? Let's go back a few pages. Anna, do you remember last year, a couple of years ago, where there was all over the internet, they was talking about all these new coffins that they had. They look coffin they had stacked in store places. They had all these coffins. When people found out, they moved the coffins from one location to another location. What do you think that was all about?
So it's funny that you say that, because just as Mr. Flipper, good morning, Mr. Flipper, as he was mentioning that, I was just thinking about, and I don't know if anybody remembers when this pandemic first started out, there was a guy that actually went to a park somewhere up north, and he worked at the Waffle House. He said he came back cured, which is just like, how do you come back cured from just having being one of the first cases that had COVID-19. He was actually in a mobile home at a park. I don't know who remembers seeing this, but I clearly remember, and it just brought me back to all those coffins, what you guys are saying with, I didn't know anything about, what is this, like a old vet's hospital or that you guys are talking about, or is it something else?
Well, they had a situation in Leonard may be a little more abreast on it than I am actually, but I know they had a lot of coffins that was stored up.
No, I know about the coffins because I think it was Ace Ventura, if I remember correctly. He had a show and conspiracy theory type show, and it was very popular here in my home. If no
You
one
mean
else
Alex
So-
Jones?
Yeah. So, but again, what I'm saying is that there was also a park in the beginning of all of this taking place back in January, February, whenever it first came out. There was a park that was set up here, and I'm not sure if any of you guys remember, that was set up here in Georgia to supposedly take care of these people.
National Park.
We've not heard anything else about this park. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't heard a word about this park since then. Okay, which makes you wonder, with the state opening up, I am very concerned for people's lives. Please take care of yourself, because I believe those coffins may be used. It might not necessarily be for now, but that may be a good part of it. We don't know what's about to happen. And the thought of not knowing is the scariest part. I know y'all better stay prayed up, because this is a Christian station. So follow your father, stay prayed up, because there is no understanding of anything going on. I cannot even fathom. Do you know the close contact that they have with you while they're doing your nails? Do you know, you cut yourself, maybe they can cut themselves. It's just when they're doing your eyebrows, the close contact. Look, I'll never do my nails anyways. I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I am not worried about it. I'll teach myself how to do whatever I need to do. It is not that important. Please just be cautious, because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. And what's sad about it, it's going to hit a lot of our families.
Yes. Yeah.
There might be some of us that are sitting right here in this panel that will not be here in a future date. That is scary. Please. And I'm asking you guys, as your sister in Christ and as your friend, protect yourself. That's how they think about it in the medical world. It's about protecting themselves. They're not out here trying to, you may think that they're protecting you. They're protecting themselves. And I know Christy can vouch to this, because that was my field before then. We're protecting ourselves. And please, people, think of it that way. Protect yourselves,
Curtis, and we're gonna go to Sherry in just 1 second. But Curtis, what do you know? What kind of research have you done on those coffins? I know you're always looking into things, man, and you dig deep when you look into it. So, Curtis, what do you say about all those coffins that they had?
Right.
Yes. Yes, sir. We hear you.
I'm going to go into my military background and what you would call combat preparedness, or combat staging. Those coffins, I know exactly what she's talking about, and I've seen the video and the way they laid it out in the video too, and it disturbed me because those coffins were set in a staging area. If I go with what I know from when I was in the military, that was a step. They were specifically set as a staging area, meaning, okay, they're getting ready to go somewhere. So we need to be prepared for the bodies, or we need to be prepared for the fallout. Somebody's going in them. You understanding what I'm saying? You understanding what I say now, right?
Absolutely.
Somebody is going in those coffins. So what they did was they set them, they staged them so that when the time comes, you can rail load those very same coffins right onto a train and get them where they need to go and get the bodies in them when they get there. The thing that I'm glad that Anna brought it up, because what I'm curious to find out is to be able to look at a GPS model, or a GPS, not the street one, but the global one, or a map, to be able to see how close is the closest rail yard to where those coffins are.
They're not too
Because
far.
then that would tell you exactly what's going on. Because if those coffins are set close to a rail yard, then you know that they have been staged to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But see, my whole thing is this right here, Curtis. If you're not prepared to use them or put bodies in them, why even produce them? Why even make them? What's the purpose behind it? They know.
Well, that's
because you have a contract.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that they were set like that and set in that place because they were being staged.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying, to look at a map and see a rail yard. That's like, I mean, you remember when I lived in Ridgeway, right?
Yes.
Okay, in Ridgeway, they had a gold mine. A real life gold mine, man. I just come home from the desert. Man, I wake up in the middle of the night because I hear boom, like real bombs, man. I jump out the bed, grab both my guns. I'm going to the porch. My mom-in-law look at me and say, Kurt, what are you doing? You didn't hear that? She said, Kurt, boy, if you don't go back and lay down, you know, scared the Jesus out of me. I said, why? She said, Kurt, they're dynamiting. That's the gold mine.
Mm.
But you know, always blew my mind, Raheem.
Uh-huh.
I never seen the truck go in and I never seen the truck come out.
Mm.
Then I found out that you won't, because the trucks go in at like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Between 3 and 6, that's the pickup times. Because nobody is really up to see it go in, see it come out.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole casket thing, that's a staging area, man.
Mm. Mm. Preparing to kill you. Sherry, what's on your heart?
Oh yeah, I kind of figured this was gonna be the topic today. I'm just baffled by all the stuff that's been going on, talking about us, you know, was it Governor Kemp opening back the state, and most of the stuff they're opening is stuff where we frequent, the nail salons, the hair salons, and bowling alleys. Why we need to go to the movies, you know? And it's puzzling to me because it's still going on. The numbers are climbing, but yet people, you know, I've seen stuff on Facebook. Oh, I need to get my nails at any beauty salons open. I can't be walking around the house looking like this. I'm like, who you trying to get cute for? You're at the house. How about you take this opportunity to learn how to do something to your hair and save the money? And then every time, just think about it, every time that you would do your own hair, take that money and put it in a bucket or something like that, or a jar, and you will see how much money that you have spent over the times. You probably could start a second nest egg or whatever, but I'm not about to run to these places and get my hair and nails. I'm fine staying right where I'm at with my kids because I don't have to go back to work. My schedule is the same as my kids. Well, when they go back to school, I'll be back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
you cute, Cherry.
It what?
I say, and you so cute, girl. You ain't got to go get it done, girl. You cute.
Oh, but you want to know what the funny part about it? Right before they shut the city down, that was that Friday. I got my hair done Wednesday. I was supposed to get my hair done Friday. I rescheduled it, and I didn't even know what was going on. So, you know, I'm good for a few more weeks. Now, after that, I don't know what's going to happen. And now I was just like, we just gonna have to pray about that. We're gonna have to get some beauty tips online or something. But people need to stay home. I feel like this is the setup. It's like they want to send the first wave of people out, see what happened, and a lot of the numbers go up again. They're gonna probably try to shut everything down. But people need to be mindful. You don't need to go to no beauty salon. You don't need to go to the movies and stuff like that. I've been renting movies on cable. And then like the Bad Boys movie came out, I bought it. I was like, well, hey, I can't go nowhere. Might as well make things comfortable, whatever. But everybody needs to stay home. Please stay home.
Exactly.
Stay home. Stay home. Stay your tail home.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this right here. A lot of times people say they open up the beauty salon, the nail salon, the barber shops, the movies, and things like that. But my question is, what are you trying to get cute for? You trying to get cute to die? They trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Wait. I be trying to get cute for me, but because I like looking at myself sometimes.
You be feeling yourself.
But look, I was just showing y'all. I did my own nails. I bought some Look, I went to work and I got so many compliments on my nails. Like, where did you get your nails done? I said I went to Walmart and bought me some press-on nails and put them on myself. So, you know, and I did my own hair, but I'm natural, so it ain't really much to do. But you know,
out there, you put them folks out of business. You can't do that. You put them folks out of business now. You put them out of business.
But I was about to say, let's be real. We know them bootlegger dressers, they still in business. They still doing weaves and braids. Y'all already know somebody's house you can go to get your perm in. Don't play. But
yeah, but you want to know what? That's true though. But it was this barber. He was still cutting hairs. He was going to people's houses and stuff. He ended up dying. It was all over Facebook. It's like really. Then they had another barber. He kind of had like a flatbed where they put the lawnmower equipment on, and he was cutting people hair outside. So he wasn't going in their houses. So they was like on the back of the truck outside, and he was facing one way. So that was kind of social distance trying to get that buddy. But I guess his concept was, I'm not inside of a building. So if you cough, the cough gonna go that way, and I'm behind you type deal. So it's not enclosed. But yeah, they still trying to hustle and get that money, man. But yeah, you can't take it with you, so you can look cute when you go to that mortuary. Once they get you all powdered up, you gonna look real cute. You want to look cute? Yeah, keep going outside. You gonna see that mortuary. They gonna have you fine as wine then.
Okay, let me kill that myth. When somebody coughs,
Chris, hold on for a second. Now, y'all going back and forth. Everybody else is listening to y'all too. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Curtis,
because we giving some valuable information.
Hold on. Curtis, what's on your heart?
Hey, you know what, man? Okay, I think I done said this to Anna. I know I done said this to you, but I ain't never said this on the radio. I can't remember if I did or if I didn't. Here's what my overall opinion is. This will go down in history as the greatest heist in the history of the world. Greater than the heist of Tutankhamun's tomb, greater than the heist of Set.
Yes.
This will go down in history as the greatest heist in the history of the world. Here's what I was thinking about. We talking about them sending folks back to work, correct? Isn't it kind of odd that the main folks that did not get the promised money,
absolutely,
the people that work at the restaurants and stuff,
the main folks that did not get the promised money from the small business bailout, are being directed to go back to work.
Good
That's
point.
Kind of odd to me, man. And then all of a sudden, once people like, I gotta give it to the girl, man. I'm scared they're gonna kill her. Once people like Rachel Maddow come out and tell those very same small businesses, hey, look, I'm going to put it out there that y'all didn't get y'all money, right? That the federal government allowed for banks to choose winners and losers so that they could have somebody that they could blame it on. So it's just odd to me that now it's go back to work.
Absolutely.
And you initially had money that was supposed to go to those very same businesses, and you sent them to I forget how they worded it, but it's like you're not a big business, you're still a small business, but the bank chose you over Raheem's cuttery. Raheem's cuttery is only one cuttery, but they chose the hair cuttery over you to get the money. So it's just funny to me that when all of this came out, all of a sudden it's okay, if you're a small mom and pop business, we're gonna push to open up the state so that you can go back to work. Well, who gonna sit in them chairs? Who in their right mind is gonna be willing to go into a barbershop and or a beauty salon knowing that what's going on? Rachel Maddow, I'll end with this because I know you got a lot of people on chime in. Rachel did a show I want to say last night or night before last. It was night before last, where she talked about the distance for which a cough will travel. The 6 feet thing,
Yeah.
the 6 feet thing is BS. It's BS. A cough travels a minimum of 12 feet.
Yep.
I was just about to say that.
If this thing is airborne like they saying, and you can get it just off of a cough, why are you telling folks 6 feet?
Because you put them in the danger zone. You're putting them in the danger zone. You put them in an alley of destruction. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother? I know you got something over there. Talk to me.
Like, it's funny because we talk about it as if, folks in the communities that I'm involved with, we're always reading other things and trying to find things out, like those coffins or what have you. They down the street. I live in Covington. So I've always seen them. But then again, I remember, and Christy may be able to, I remember when seeing all these trailers just sitting in a field, and they were paying people top dollar just to move these trailers back and forth across the street. So emergency preparedness is what you should be, because what's very sure is people gonna die.
Absolutely.
So I'm not worried about, those types of things and what's going to happen, because you've seen what's happened. If you pay attention, you know what's happening. So it's not like it's a shock.
Yeah.
Folks like Christy and stuff like that, who are always looking for information, who are always trying to find out what's going on, because I know her, I met her through New Order, so I know what she does and how aggressive she is with that. And how we try to find stuff out and put information out to the public. We've been doing this for years. For years. The things that are opening up are luxuries. It's still luxury. Now, let me tell you something. My barber, I used to go to my barber regularly and blah, blah, blah. You know what I did? I sent him a picture of these brand new clippers I just bought the other day.
Send him a picture, brother.
And look, and I'm gonna show you a picture of this straight razor I bought.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Leonard, you finna get fined.
I don't need to tell. I don't need nobody else to look out for me better than me. You understand? My friend said he's so nervous he may not. He gonna give y'all 30 days to go try it out, and then he'll come out. And I tell you what, I'm gonna come out 30 days after Tony come out.
There you go.
And I'm coming there 30 days after you come out.
I ain't been up there way to your spot, Raheem. I stopped.
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember when your granddaughter was sick and was throwing up in the office.
Yeah.
You remember what I told you?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I
can't take nothing home to my wife.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm always on that tip with, health and stuff and trying to do better. So one people, well, they opening things back up. That don't have nothing to do with me. It don't. I'm not going. Why would I go get a haircut? Why would I go get
I don't know.
My wife is in the business. My wife is a licensed cosmetologist.
Oh, yeah. You should have been using her.
She's not going to get her, even before all this. She didn't trust folk to do her feet. I can't count maybe twice since I've known that she don't ever went and got her nails done. Because she's just that picky about her health.
Yeah.
And things and being clean. So she's just as concerned about you. She's not gonna sit there and be in your head and knowing all them customers coming in past her. And now she can be exposing every customer that comes in and sit down. Then you got people at the booth next to you. Then you got to go use the same bathroom in the same facility or what have you. Guess what ain't cool? To be sitting around talking about, I shouldn't have listened to them white folk.
The look on your face, Leonard. Lord,
right?
Exactly. And y'all all up
Like,
in
miss me with that foolery. Miss me
y'all
with
all
that.
up in, y'all all up in the doggone place and the beauty salon.
Right.
Y'all coughing and y'all pooping and doing all kind of stuff, just spreading stuff all over the place.
He said,
Did he say poo?
Yeah,
you
y'all
mean flagellant?
just putting stuff all in the air, man. Come on, tell
You
this.
so stupid.
You know what y'all do? Y'all just a coughing and just a pooping, and every time y'all release something, y'all releasing stuff into the air, and somebody gonna inhale it, and then there they go dying. They died, they never died before. They died today because you in there coughing and pooping.
As much as I love pizza,
Yeah.
I haven't ordered a pizza. I can't even
I make pizza.
eating out.
Mhm.
I can't even imagine eating out.
Exactly. Let me do this, y'all. I got another
I
call.
make pizza.
Hold on, Sherry. I got the 912 area code. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Savannah, Georgia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's your name?
Good morning.
Okay, you ma'am, you're breaking up on me just a little bit. Come closer to your phone, talk directly into your phone, and tell me your name, please. You're breaking up real bad.
Okay.
Go ahead, try now.
Okay, how about now?
Much better. What's your
Can
name?
you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Okay, I'm Sister Pat. I'm calling from the coast of Savannah.
Hey, Sister Pat, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, Sister Pat.
Yes, ma'am. We sure can. How
Good
you doing?
morning.
My name is Sister Pat.
Hey, Sister Pat, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
I'm fine. Listen. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I just want
Hey.
to do what they used to do in the past. I want to drop a dime. How you doing?
You're calling some stuff now. Sister Pat, go ahead and drop your dime.
Drop some quarters too.
You go.
Hey, drop $1.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sister Pat. Sister Pat, put the money back in the pocket.
So the governor has tricked a lot of people. You do not need to go and get hair, nails, or anything done.
Mm-hmm.
It is a trick to kill us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to also understand that category, hair, nails, barbering, can no longer file for unemployment because he just reactivated your trade.
Absolutely.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Additionally, this is germ warfare.
Absolutely.
We need masks and we need coverings for our eyes. This germ warfare was sprayed all over the world.
Absolutely.
Read and learn how to eat properly. Go back and read Baba De Gregory's information about fasting. Read Elijah Muhammad, How to Eat to Live.
Live. All right, sister.
To build up our immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Go get everything you can from the family of Dr. Sebi in terms of ordering your natural products.
Absolutely.
And I want you guys to understand that this is to take us out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
In the process of that, I need all legal minds and folks who know how to write and get that money to understand that this is an opportunity for us to get our reparations through all of this COVID-19 money.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again, sister. Say it again, sister.
They are restructuring the world economy, and they have already projected 2 million people of color to be gone.
Mm.
Stay woke, protect yourself, and build up your immune system. And the last thing I'll say as an elder myself, check on mama them.
Yes.
Do not abandon them.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all. Stay woke.
Absolutely. Love you as well. Love you.
I love you. That's awesome.
Sister Pat, let me ask you a question, Sister Pat. Are you still there? Sister Pat.
She said,
Now, how you gonna come in here do all that stuff, and just drop the mic on the floor and run out the door.
That was a
That's
mic
what-
drop.
You
Boom.
just-
She said she was coming to drop a quarter.
Yes, she did. Yeah. So, Pat, I definitely appreciate you, and I welcome and I invite you to call back in as much as you can. We're here every day, Monday through Friday. So whenever you get a chance, we want to hear your voice.
Amen.
We here every day.
Every day.
Early
Every
in
day.
the morning.
In its entarty.
And it's, yeah.
Let me mute their mic, because they ain't gonna stop. But Leonard,
This hump day. We humping.
Leonard, what's on your heart? Leonard, cut it out, man. You ain't helping, Leonard. You ain't helping, brother.
I can't help sharing.
Outside.
I can't help sharing. Sharing.
Stop you, bye-bye.
But it's so funny
Uh-huh.
because I'm probably I'm just checking things on Facebook as well. So usually I usually check out the rhetoric and what be going on, right?
Mhm.
And so now it's like sometimes I'm a little off. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm like,
Ugh.
Black Bike Week is in South
Mhm.
Carolina, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
And they opening up all the beaches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who the bigger fool? You or the governor?
You.
That's right.
Why would you have your behind at a Black Bike Week right now? And like, say for instance, this is, and what we have to talk to our families about. I don't know how many of you have, y'all got cousins and things like that, even if you don't have kids of a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a particular family member, and I've always tried to do for him. Young man, smart, this, that, and the other, but he loved the street. He loved hanging out and being seen.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had a birthday, and I told him, the way I gauge your maturity is by the decisions that you make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you thought your birthday was so important that you had to fly into the danger zones, fly back, and expose yourself simply because I couldn't stay at home for my birthday. That is very immature.
Mm-hmm.
It's like older people used to say, get somewhere and sit down before you wind up dead.
Mm.
Mhm. You want to see the
Nobody
next
got time.
birthday, don't you?
Thank you. So so especially with parents of, about put that 20, 27 age range or whatever, you still talking to them and providing and whatever. Let them know this is
I'm
serious.
25.
Let them know it's serious. Like I like how Christy was talking about how she talked to her kids, especially about STDs and all those types of things. Man, you have to understand these people know it's serious. And I'm not understanding the immaturity and why you got to go out there anyway for this. They didn't say anything about anything important. All they talked about is luxury stuff that you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, now we're realizing how large our economy really is.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
people, especially small business owners, just realize they're not talking about y'all.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all ran out there and voted Republican because y'all had a business license and y'all thought y'all was somebody, you have no protections right now. No protections at all.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're trying to force you back. Georgia cannot pay that unemployment bill. Do you hear me? They can't pay it.
Right.
They can't pay it.
No state can.
No, that's why you got to go back to work.
Yeah.
And so we have to understand to connect the dots for people. That's what I'm trying to do. Vote accordingly.
Yeah.
And for people who don't want to do what they're supposed to do, and they get to talking crazy to you, go and let the dead bury the dead.
Good deal.
That's
Good
right.
deal. Anna, what's on your heart?
I wrote it down here. Curtis, it's funny that you had said about some people not getting their stimulus check. I've gotten at least 15 calls for me to do a show specifically on this. Their check is nowhere to be found. Will it come on the 30th? I don't know. They said something will be cut out again on the 24th and on the 30th. But it is that working class. When you say, and I'm saying the lower working class, the people that really need this money. It is funny that they have not received, at least the ones I've spoken to have not. They asked me to please do a show on this. I'm waiting to see what takes place to be able to do a show on this. So I'm glad that somebody else has knowledge of this besides the calls that I got. In reference to this stimulus check, I just don't understand, because I was like, I don't understand. I thought everybody got a check. And like I said, it's been 10 to 15 calls. So thank you for reminding me about that, Curtis, because maybe there is a whole plan behind all of this, because they have to go back to work.
Yeah.
Not they're going to be without lights, electricity, who knows what else. And I know these are hard times, but any of us that can get up and maybe donate something to somebody, please do so. Because even in my household, we've seen a hit, but it might not be as bad as other people. Just please find it in your heart, because to me, it's kind of unfair that you stood here in front of national TV and you said, oh yeah, we're cutting out a check to absolutely everybody. And then these poor people that filed their kids, that actually work a job, say, I'll just give an example, say at a grocery store, I don't want to give names, say at a grocery store. They work there, and how did you not get your check? How is your check missing? Like, I got screenshots saying they don't know where their check is at. How? So it's just something for you guys to think about, and find it in your hearts to still help, because these are the people that are going to be the most affected, along with a lot of seniors. I think a lot of seniors won't be around,
Exactly.
And it really saddens me. So just care for each other. Watch out for each other.
Absolutely. And we got somebody have some background feedback coming back from you. Everybody, mute, if you're on the phone line, mute your line so we won't have that background. We got a little feedback coming from somebody's line. Don't know who it is, but mute your line. And we have another caller. And we are this right here. Listen, y'all. The Thug Pastor. The Thug Pastor is here this morning.
Hey, good morning.
Cassandra, how you doing?
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. Now, Cassandra, are you talking directly into your phone? It's a little bit low.
Yeah.
Okay. Cassandra, what do you think about this governor opening Georgia back up? Is that a drive-by about to happen?
Oh, if you look on my page last night, I actually posted something that said just to that effect. It's a drive-by. And if we are, and I got attacked by a black man that was upset because I said we do not need use wisdom. We do not need to be running to these places. First of all, it's targeted places. It's places that they know that we love to go. We love the hair salon. We love the nail salon. We'll go bowling. All the places that would put us in danger. That is what really peed me off so bad about this. You open places where minorities frequent, so that just like everyone has been saying pretty much, especially Miss Pat. Miss Pat, that's why I called. Miss Pat nailed it so on the head, it was ridiculous. I was about to jump out the bed. So yeah, it's a targeted thing. They want to kill us off. And then the unemployment thing, she's dead right. Because I'm under the gig, we come under gig jobs at the Department of Labor. And so what they did, they said, if you work a gig job where you don't make as much money, that's the move. The gig job is like what I do with the movies, working movies. They said, you may not have enough to get regular unemployment, but this program that they set in place, you could still get money. So they want to make sure that people, the ones that need to get it, can get it. So now you're talking all of this money that they're giving the people. And yes, I thought the very same thing. This may be a little bit, not much, but a little bit toward reparations to Black folks, especially people of color. Let's put it like that. So if we don't take full advantage, listen, I put into everything they said. I don't give a root. I put into everything that it's like I get, and I'm not going out there trying to go to I never do. Nail salon, I don't go get my hair done. Now I'm bald. I don't even need a hairdo if I did go. But we have to use wisdom. This is targeted toward people of color to
Yes,
kill more of this off. You better believe it.
Right.
You
exactly.
better believe it.
Curtis, coming to you, and then after that, we're going to Sherry. Curtis, what's on your heart?
You know, let me tell you what I'm looking for. Well, number one, you know, I've been, you know, I'm gonna be open and transparent here. I've been having some issues here because I live maybe about 2 clicks away from the airbase, and you know, I know a little bit about that because when I got out the military, I was still artillery. I was air defense artillery. You know what I mean? Patriot missiles. So I know a little bit about what's going on in terms of deployment strategy and anything that's dealing with the air. All right. The military normally does they normally do some training exercises or whatever. But there's a personnel carrier. It's called I think it's called the Huey, right? Man, I have heard more Hueys flying over my house in the last month and a half than I have ever heard in the 4 years that I've been living in this house.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm looking for is just, you know, I don't want to say a jewel because I could be wrong. What I'm looking for is when I start to see those National Guard and Reserve troops coming into communities in full Mach level 4. Wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your bottom line sign that says, okay, something bigger than what they're telling us about is going on. Why? Because a Mach level 4 uniform is full with cold. That's why once you take it off, realistically, you have to trash it and they automatically issue you another one. Because the radiation, the cold works as a blocker for the radiation or whatever biological and chemical agent is prevalent. So one of the things I'm paying attention to is, okay, y'all getting the military prepared, this, that, and the third. If that's going to be a part of martial law, okay, that's a part of martial law. But what they're going to be wearing is going to tell you exactly what is going on outside of the weapon. They're going to always wear a weapon. They soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
But what they physically have on their body is going to tell you what is going on. So that's what's on my heart, man. At the end of the day, I'm still going to believe it. I'm going to believe it all the way to the day that I die. And when I'm gone and y'all still here and this thing come out and it come to fruition, somebody please say, you know what? Brother Kurt told us so.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is a robbery. It's a robbery. Right now, in my opinion, bro, right now, me and you, if it was me and you, we done told our man, don't touch the first teller. She got the dye pack. We don't want the money out of there. We done hit the money across the counter. Now we trying to get into the vault.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 minutes. We only got 3 minutes to hit this bank now. We had 2 minutes. As soon as they come out of that vault, all of a sudden everything gonna be normal and they're gonna be talking about, oh, we did such a gracious job, such a great job, and blah, blah, blah. Man, listen, this is a robbery. And whenever there's a robbery, a real robbery, somebody died.
Exactly. Sherry, what's on your heart, Sherry?
I had kind of laughed for a minute because Kurt was giving his analogy and talking about bank robbery and everything and stuff. And
You robbed a bank?
No, I did not rob a bank, but I worked at 3 different banks. That I am an undergrad in banking and finance, and what he said, he's just giving a visual. So I'm just saying what he's saying is somewhat accurate, but not exactly. It's a lot more details with that as far as how they whatever. But anyway, I was just thinking about how I had put it sent the message, but through this whole situation, liquor stores have not closed. That is not an essential store. That's not essential item. But I guess they consider essential since you at home with your kids and they driving you crazy. But they have not closed. And in a Black community, they're basically it's a liquor store like on every half a mile, every 3 blocks. They're everywhere. But when I remember, like my mom, she lives in a pretty nice neighborhood in West Bloomfield in Michigan. I think it's one in her whole city. But yet in our community, they're like basically every couple of blocks. And it's like, it's interesting, yet they have not closed. People are flocking there. And I even saw that the beauty and barber supply stores, they weren't closed the other day. So I never really paid attention to it, but they weren't closed. They were open. What you need to go to the beauty and barber supply store? I was like, and they sell items at Walmart that you can get from Walmart. And it's like, it's puzzling, like something I tell people and they say, well, you're doing conspiracy theory. No, I'm like, look around. See the signs. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I can't pinpoint it, but I know something's not right. Something's not right. How things is being calculated. Now he withheld the check, so he wanted to put his name on it. So that's gonna push it back more. Now he's people getting sent back to work. So the checks now. I didn't get my stimulus check yet. I haven't checked my bank account today. I got my tax return, which I'm grateful for that. But it's just the point. We in the money. I didn't get that much. I got a eighth of what I normally get, but I'm gonna take it and keep it moving. But it's just the mindful. I mean, people need to get outside of themselves, look around. People, their mentality is so hoodish that they just can't think outside. It's like it's a world out there that you are not exposed to mentally. Pick up a book, watch the news, and I don't watch the news that often. My mama watches enough news for me and everybody else in the world because she's like in it. She loves politics, so she'll send me clips or whatever, and I watch it. But it's too overwhelming to me. But it's like the little bit I do know, it's like there's something going on. You have to see it, whether you know exactly. But it's like, listen, get your immune system up, and it's like my kids got mad because I made a big old pot of vegetable soup. We gonna eat this. We getting all these nutrients, all this beta carotene, all that in your system because my goal is to protect you. And other folks, they just not listening. And I still like. I live off of Cantler Road. I see people going into the restaurants like crazy, standing outside in the line, trying to get this food. Stay at home and cook. Cook.
Good deal.
I just don't get it. They just, I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to pray for these folks again because they not getting the pictures. I'm gonna send Leonard over there. Go ahead, whip him in the shade.
Good.
Like, get up.
We got a couple of calls. Hold on, we got a couple of calls. I want to touch the callers. I think we have Mr. Toussaint with us this morning. Mr. Toussaint, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, it's all right. How about yourself?
Hey,
Donald Toussaint.
What do you think? What do you think about them opening up these states, Donald? What do you think about them opening up these states, man? Or is it too soon? Are they trying to kill us, Donald? I ain't gonna try to dress. Are they trying to kill us, man?
They can do whatever they want to. I ain't got nothing to do with me.
He like, I'm in it and I ain't in it.
I'm gonna be in full gear till next year. Okay, I ain't doing that. They can open up whatever they want to. They can gather at the movies. They can go to the beach. They can do whatever you can do, whatever you like.
Hold on. Did you just throw some TI out there? Did you just throw some TI?
Well, it is what it is.
Okay.
She said, I don't give a whoop. I don't eat. I ain't Johnny.
You forgot what
Exactly.
People so anxious to get back out there because they bored. And I understand that the economy, you need to go back to work. I understand that. I'm clear on that. And people you're getting tight, but we waste money anyway.
That's right.
We just burning up money that we don't have. Anxious to go to the beauty salon. Comb your own hair. I mean, you can't afford it anyway.
Well, you say you can't afford it anyway.
The first thing you do,
wow,
you get $1,200 and you go to Walmart and buy a big screen TV.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have no food on your table. Your life's a bit about to get cut off. Come on now.
Yeah.
So I say they can open whatever they want. You know where I'm be? At the house.
Yeah.
And when I do go out, I'm gonna have my mask on, I'm gonna have my gloves on, and I'm gonna tell you back up, give you 6 feet.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Have your pistol in your hand. Better get up off me now. Pistol in your hand. I think we have Bishop.
You know, in the state of Mississippi, we can carry a gun.
Oh yeah. You gotta have your gun with you. Gotta have your gun with you in Mississippi. Am I cricket?
It's wild, wild west.
Yes.
Wild west.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bishop, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
God bless my brother. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good. Are they trying to kill us, man? They lifting this thing up too soon. Are they trying to kill us? You know about the number. You and I talked about the numbers in Florida with the beach situation in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the same thing here in Georgia. I was gonna say in Atlanta, but in Georgia. Are they moving too fast for us?
Well, Raheem, with respect, I'm going to answer that question. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Curtis' birthday the other day?
Yes.
And I didn't get a chance to tell him happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about something important right now, and that's Kurt's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So Kurt, happy birthday, bro. I sure missed out when they get the word to you early.
Kurt, you there?
Now,
Mm-hmm.
is it there?
Did we lose him?
No, I'm right here.
Okay, there you go. All right. Okay.
You see what I said? We addressed something that's important. That's your birthday. So I just you got that out there. Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks a million. More than welcome. All right, now, as it relates to this coronavirus, yes, it is a scam. I think it's important to get us, because look what they opened up. Beauty salons and nail shops and places that really don't bring in great wealth into our economy. Those are the type of business, with the cosmetologists, barber. Yeah, they make their money, but their taxes that they pay to run their little business, that doesn't really generate a lot of revenue for our states. And in the state of Georgia, for the governor to open up, he's being pressured by the president to do this. But the president is so far behind the 8 ball. He tweeted yesterday, he said, to see how well I handle the coronavirus depends on how many people die. Now, if that doesn't sound stupid, then you tell me what does. So by opening up so soon, reminds me of the swine flu that came through here in 1918. And 200,000 people went out there. And next thing you know, you got 4,500 people dead because they moved too fast. And God bless, y'all said a mouthful. You need to learn how to cook at home. That's what me and my wife are doing. You need to learn how to do your hair, because before we had all these barbershops and beauty salons, y'all were doing them at home. So I'd rather be shot on the side of carefulness and with caution as opposed to getting out there so early, too early, because they still don't have a cure. And what these folks said, and I'm going to shut up after this. I saw in Texas, people out there marching and with in the parade, got banners and say, fire Anthony Fauci, fire Fauci. It almost reminded me of what they did to Jesus. Give us Barabbas, and crucify Christ. That's the same thing.
Good deal. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
Man, I like what he just said, because that's my mentality a lot of times.
Please leave your message for
most of the time how I think. I'm a personal responsibility person first. And one, I'm probably not going to do the social media thing today, really. I'm sick of this now. All of a sudden, it's a black disease. Is that what all of a sudden now, it's a black disease. Like white folks don't go to nail shop. White folk don't go to barber shop and these other places. So one, what is the big deal? What is the big deal with this notion somehow that this is just meant to kill, because this has been a theory before this happened. So now a lot of people are sitting on their narrative and almost hope it get worse, just so they can say they was right.
So hold on.
I've been listening to the same thing for years. When you in the community, in the culture, and you on top of the information, this ain't new. I've been listening to the same prediction for years and years and years and years. I knew, first of all, you always, in America, you always got to put race in the front. You always got to do it. It's the biggest way to get attention. Now, one, they're talking about this is the way they gonna kill us, they gonna kill us, they gonna kill us. Y'all should have been dead. It's easier ways to kill y'all. So if people wanted you dead, you'd be dead. Now, the pandemic thing is a little different and what have you. But, you know, if you really wanted to be, to really want to be truthful, it's about your behavior. It's not about what people say. It's about your behavior. Just because these people open up don't mean you got to go. Stay home.
I can understand that, but do you think that there is and I find it real odd. I find it real odd, strange, if you will, where the states that they're choosing to open it up. It's not Wyoming, it's not Idaho, it's not Iowa, where there's a predominantly amount of people that don't look like us. They're coming to the places and opening up the states that have more people that actually looks like us. And I find that to be kind of odd. Why not open? Why are you selecting certain states? Why are you selecting certain demographics to open up? Why that? Why Georgia?
It's the leadership in your state. Of course, it's the population in your state. One, cities are more dense. Cities are more dense in metropolitan areas because people congregate among these huge cities. Okay, so you live in, that's why New York got hit so hard.
So we're the test dummies.
What's that now?
So we're the test dummies because of where we live and the amount of people here. We're gonna be the test dummy, and if it works here, if everything goes well here, we'll open up the rest of the country.
Well, and that's really not true either. It's not that one somebody out to get you, so to speak. Your behavior gonna get you. What you do is going to get you.
A lot of people, Leonard, and we got a phone call. I want to get to that phone call, but a lot of people still to this day, and I find it to be strange. Still to this day, they put a lot of confidence and a lot of faith in the government. And if the government says this, they're gonna believe that.
I don't know them people.
I run into I talk to people every day, Leonard. Trust me when I tell you, there's people out there that believe the government is not wrong. There's people that believe the government is not wrong. I don't trust. I don't trust no further. I can throw a 400-pound person, and I can't even pick up a 400-pound person. So I'm not gonna throw them nowhere.
Right? I don't usually get involved, but like I tell people, take care of yourself, man. Be responsible for yourself. Like say, for instance, imagine if they said schools was opening back up. I don't care what they say. I'm not sending my child there.
Exactly. Good deal. Let me do this. We got a call. We got another caller. Caller from the what we got here. 231 area code. 231 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Marie Bradford from Muskegon, Michigan.
Hey Marie, how you doing?
Muskegon.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. We got a few people on here from Michigan, and when you said that right there, they lit up like Christmas tree. They lit up like Christmas tree. Yeah.
I used to go there to get bowling balls made.
Oh, see?
Really? Okay.
See, now we got a history lesson. But Marie, good morning to you, Marie. Good morning. What's on your heart? What's on your heart about what we're talking about?
Your question was, are they trying to kill us?
Yes.
Of course they are. Because now is the time that they need to take out some black people because there's too many of us. It's way too many of us. This history is repeating itself. See, if he don't get some of us black folks out of here, because as you see, that this coronavirus, so they say, is affecting mostly black people, which it is because of those 5G towers that they putting up on every other corner in your black neighborhood. Radiation kills. Because anytime you go to the hospital and you have to do something with radiation, they cover your chest up. Because it affects your organs from the chest. So are they trying to kill us? Yes, they are. Are we to believe what 45 is saying? No. Because for one, he was in special education and we don't know nothing.
I didn't know that.
He's a bully. He was bullied all through school, so now he's in control to bully everybody.
Did you just did you just say the president was in special ed?
Of course he is. He can't even read.
Anna, I'm trying to read your face right now, Anna. What's on your heart, sister? I'm trying to read your face. What's on your heart? Be careful now.
Well, I'm a mother of a special needs
Tell
child.
me the devil. I'm telling the truth, and he should too.
Well, I'm a mother of a special needs child, and I don't, comments like that just kind of, they're hurtful to a certain community, and I understand where you're coming from, and I can also respect that. When it comes to a lot of people, this is for the brown and Black community in New York. So many people died of Hispanic descent that they couldn't even tag. The families could not even formally put them. They were just put in trucks. The families could not even recognize to see that that was their family member they were burying.
Okay, Anna, hold on. I'm sorry, Anna. Everybody mute your line, because we got a lot of background noise going on, and it is kind of muffling, and I want to make sure everybody can hear what she's saying. So if you're on the phone line, mute your line for me just for 1 second so we can make sure here. Go ahead, Anna. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So, there was people that weren't even tagged to say, this is your mother, and at the end of the day, I think coronavirus has no face, no color, no nothing. It doesn't care. When it first came to Georgia, at least from what I'm aware of, it came up from the mountains, the people that were traveling. That's where it came from. It wasn't like it came, now do we have certain sectors? As a Puerto Rican, I can say we love to hug. We love to give you a kiss on the cheek. It is our culture. It is who we are. Is it easier to probably transmit that way? Yes. Now, what we have learned is to social distance, right? To keep away. I have two parents that are older. One has had a triple bypass surgery within less than 6 months. My mother has health conditions with respiratory issues. I worry about my parents every day. Do you think that with this ban being lifted, and they live in the state of Florida, do you think that with this ban being lifted, I just told them yesterday, I absolutely love you guys. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I cannot go visit and see you guys. We will keep seeing each other via camera until I know this is all gone. Please do not go out shopping. Do not listen to any of these lifts. Please continue to care as if it's happening right here. My dad served the U.S. Army, retired with 20 semi years, to see, and I feel like this is an attack more. It doesn't see color, because like I tell people, and I try to explain it like this, and I explained it to my parents yesterday. It's like these carriers that you had that had the HIV virus. They didn't know, and they were carrying it, giving it to this one, giving it to that one, giving it to this one, right? So we didn't know the repercussions at one point. Then all of a sudden you got all these people dying. So then it just went into this chain reaction, right? And so with the coronavirus, even if anybody's been reading, I don't watch news, but if anybody's been reading, there's been cases where it has came back on certain people. We don't know the extent of this. My advice to every single body out there is take care of yourself. Do what Leonard said. Live as if it's coming to harm you. Protect yourself. Whatever at this point, elections are coming up. You guys get up and vote. Let's quit complaining about who we have in office. Get up and just vote. I can do nothing, and I love each and every one of you guys. And you know it, as your Christian sister, I love each and every one of you guys. Certain words do hurt me because I am a mother of a disabled child. So certain things I don't like to hear on air, and I say that with respect because I respect everybody as well. I pretty much don't have much else to say, Raheel.
I say this because I was at the store. We have certain times that we can go to the store here. And so I'm at the store and I have to use one of those wraparounds. And so I was done with the one I was using. And a old white lady came in on an oxygen machine. And so she has a breathing problem, so I know she can't walk very far. So I said, ma'am, I'm done with my cart. I'll take my bags off the cart because I was going to take the bag to the car, the basket to the car with me. So I said, I'm going to take the bag off this cart and you can have this cart. And I say, you're on oxygen. Why you don't have on a face mask? She said, well, I'm not so concerned about a face mask because the coronavirus is not affecting us. It's only affecting Black people. I said, that's not true. That's something that they want you guys to believe. This is affecting everybody. This is, as you say, coronavirus do not have a color on it, but it's just affecting Black and brown people more than any other.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. We got to keep this thing going, Marie. Sister Marie, hold on for 1 second. Cassandra, what's on your heart right now?
I agree, and this is what I've been pushing on my post the last few days since Kemp said he was opening up the state. We do have to look out for ourselves and use wisdom ourselves and use wisdom. But let me tell you something. We are our brother's keeper. That's what, and I feel like crying because we are our brother's keeper, and we must get the word out that this is dangerous. This is a setup, y'all. And I don't care if they don't listen. The Bible says, cry aloud and fear not. I am going to cry loudly. I am going to keep posting. I'm going to keep calling people. I'm going to keep letting them know, please use wisdom. Yeah, we can say, well, they didn't know better. I don't give a crap if they don't know better. I'm going to help them learn better. I'm going to say something so that hopefully one person will pay attention and possibly save their life and the lives of those around them. I am not going to just take care of me. I'm going to look out for the other brothers and sisters that may not be paying attention enough. I'm going to look out for them.
Good deal. Good deal. Mr. Flipper, you still with us?
Go ahead.
Mr. Flipper, you still with us? Okay. Bishop, what's on your heart?
Well, I'm telling you, everybody's, making their opinions and views of the relating. That's the real thing, and nobody's afraid to speak about it. I love that. That's the reality is don't go out there and get yourself caught up trying to find, obey some leaders that don't really care. And I don't want anybody to think this is a racial comment from anybody. But in our community, I'm thinking about what happened to the Tuskegee man. I'm thinking about what can possibly happen to us. And I have friends, dear guys and women that, are dear to me who passed from this coronavirus. And it's nothing to play around with. These doctors, these scientists are saying, hey, it's too early. We don't have a cure. And they're grasping at straws. And these folks, we need to get back to our economy. We need to get back to work. Well, I hear them open up some of these big multi-million-dollar businesses where money is coming in. And but here they're going to open up things that really are in our community. I think Sherry was saying about a liquor store just on every block. Well, I said a liquor store in every service station too, and they sell beer and wine.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we really better wake up and pay attention. And I'm talking to us who may be a little dark than our other brothers and sisters who don't have to experience some of the negatives that are going on. So I love everybody's comments. I appreciate it too.
Good deal.
The young lady said something about the liquor stores on 2 blocks on every 2 blocks. No, it's a liquor store in our neighborhood. It's a church on one corner, and the opposite side of the corner is a liquor store.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sherry, what's on your heart?
But you can't find it nowhere else.
Hold on, Miss Marie. Hold on for 1 second, please. Sherry, what's on your heart?
Oh, I just wanted to say, I understand how Anna feels, and of course I did laugh at the joke because I work in special needs kids and I love them to death. But that's been an ongoing joke for years. And the funny part about it is that people don't give special need kids credit. It's a lot of them that's smarter than some of the average people here. So it's just, I just want to put that out there because I work with them firsthand, and I've seen some things that they do. You would think they would not be able to do, but you need to give him a little bit more credit. As far as 45, I think that's kind of insulting because especially kids know more than him. To tell you the truth, it is what it is. Because I worked with them firsthand. I worked in all different levels of them, from the lowest one, CPID, which is severely profound intellectual disabled, and profoundly intellectual disabled. Those are the lowest of the lowest. And I work with autism. I work with MOID, all of them. So I've seen the whole situation, whatever. But and another thing I wanted to point out is that there was a situation, I saw it on Facebook. They were saying that they were profiling Black men because they're wearing a mask, thinking they're going to be robbing people. So they've been stopping them, like questioning them, like, why you got that mask? They're going to stores, they're overly watching them, following them. Like, you're trying to protect yourself. Everybody's wearing a mask, but you're going to profile Black men now, even more so because they're wearing masks. Like, really? And then I wore a mask. I had on a pink scarf, went into the store real quick just to run in, run out. And then somebody was like, "What's up, gangbanger?" A gangbanger, I'm trying to protect myself. What is you talking about? Everybody's wearing masks. Well, most people are wearing masks. And it's like everybody's mindset is so far out there. It's like, give me a break. You taking it lightly that people are dying. And it makes no sense to me. But I will say this much. It's like, how can I'm baffled by the fact that to me, you're not human. The president is not human. Number 45 is not human. You have no compassion for your brethren. It's all about money, money, money. You have no compassion. When you die, you can't take it with you. And I believe it's a special place for you. You're going to be sitting right next to Hitler. Lord have mercy. Oh, Jesus. I got to go repent for what I just said. Jesus love me. Jesus love me.
The thing about it is, I don't know if he know or realize that he cannot take it with him. He might think they're gonna have another little coffin beside him. We're gonna put all this little money in and take it with him. And Kurt,
you better write him a check and see if he can cash that in hell.
Exactly. Kurt, what's on your heart, brother? Kurt, what's on your heart?
Lord, I can't really say what's so long. We on a Christian radio station. But I first off, Anna, apologies, because I know you are affected when you hear things like that. So apologies. But secondly, I want to say, if they really wanted to find a cure for COVID, they might want to take a room of children suffering from autism and Asperger's that's on that spectrum, and set them in the room and have them read the data. That's how smart they are, Raheem. I done seen a kid that was considered extremely, and he was spectrum at Asperger's. He was born with autism. I've seen this kid sat down, and one of my partners, he was joking. He went in the math book and he pulled out a calculus equation. I could watch this. And he set it in front of the kid. The kid solved that calculus equation in 5 minutes.
That's right.
5 minutes. Had never taken calculus, ain't barely even been in general math. So at the end of the day, our governments are graded by the people according to their leadership, their ability to get things done. And what has become obvious to the people is that the government that is supposed to be serving them is no longer serving them. So the push for power has to transition. It can't be just a normal push anymore of putting out felonious sound bites and swaying the vote. You can't do that now. Now, this is the moment where the push for power has to involve murder. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I know this is a Christian radio station. But this man got too much blood on his hands, man.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody, and I'm gonna say it, and I never said this, Raheem. For anybody to support him, you're supporting a murderer. Let's not forget, Raheem. Let's not forget. He let almost 5,000 people die in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure did.
His responsibility on his watch.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget.
Man, Kirk, but hold on now. This the same guy. This the same guy that said he had a long, good conversation with the Puerto Rican president.
With the president of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Dude. And we supporting you?
You mean governor?
Exactly.
I had a really long talk with the president of Puerto Rico. Oh, you are the president of Puerto Rico.
Leonard, cut it out. Cut it out, Leonard. I see your wheels turning, Leonard. I see your wheels turning, Leonard.
I'm just adjusting myself.
Yeah. You thinking though? They ain't got nothing to do with
Has anybody even thought about the many tornadoes and hurricanes we have had over the last 3 years? That money never got to those people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That money never got to those people. We just had a tornado hurricane here right before Corona.
Mm-hmm.
That money ain't got out to those people. Those people ain't seen a FEMA truck.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing that has been happening to us, in my opinion, is God's way of saying, you know what, man, I'm tired. Now, I gave you an opportunity to get yourself right. I done sucked it up. I done said, you know what, he'll get it next time.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get it next time. I really believe, a part of me believes, that this is God's way of saying, you know what, I gave you everything and I'm going to take everything from you. Because if you look at what's adversely affected as far as dollars and cents, he's losing more money than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's stealing money from the government, because he loses so much money. His whole entire.
But Kirk, hold on, Kirk. Hold on, Kirk.
Economic.
No. Hold on. Let me say this to you. I don't know if he's actually losing money, because he's doing all these backhanded deals that he as president should not be doing, and having his family in office. All that is a conflict of interest. He should not have his daughters and his son-in-laws and all these people in the cabinet.
Exactly.
They should not be there, Kirk. And so they're making all this money hand over fist. So he's not losing money.
That's my point exactly.
Mm-hmm.
God has put him in a position to where, guess what? I'm gonna show the world you a thief.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be able to hide behind no tax laws, no code. You're gonna just come out and tell it and say, look, forgive me, y'all, I didn't understand. Since you can't do that, I'm gonna show the world you're a thief. So now he's being put in a position that he has to steal.
Mm-hmm.
He can't hide the money. He can't launder the money, or he can't hide it and say, well, you know, my property in Mar-a-Lago turned such and such. No.
Let me ask this.
Because the property in Mar-a-Lago is shut down.
Exactly.
Property you see what I'm saying? Everything that will bring him any kind of economic shield is shut down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me do this.
So it's my belief that, honestly, God is showing us what the devil do.
Okay.
He's showing us what the devil does.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've said to you before, I'll end with this. Like I said to you before, and I've said to several people, when you read the Bible, the devil tempted Jesus with three things: food, life, and power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it again. The devil tempted Jesus with three things: food, life, and power.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
Take a look at what you got now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Leonard, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
It's an interesting conversation. Like I said, I'm listening to it from perspective point of view, because, you know, we already know what we're doing around here. And one, people, I don't pick horror stories to become a part of. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking for the worst. I am not invested in what's the worst could happen. You know, I don't enjoy misery. I'm not going to sit around and what's the number today? What's the number today? How many died today? Blah, blah. You know what? Y'all wasn't concerned the day before. I've been an activist for over 20 years for free. It does not interest me with the fashion of it all. You know, I'm only interested because it's popular. But when we were pleading about pandemics in other countries, nobody cared, it seemed like. Look at Puerto Rico. Look at all the things that have been happening aside from COVID that these jokers don't care about.
Right.
They ain't changed. We was fighting against Kemp before he became governor.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, people don't change. And that's why I try to implore people. And that's why I do what I do for New Order, is to get people involved so they understand what is going on, to make educated decisions. It's time out for Ron talking about I don't know and it's somebody else's fault. Negroes, get your act together. And quit running around here like Massa got to tell you how to live. Use free now. That's your responsibility.
We's free.
So we have to do what we need to do to take care of ourselves. And everything turns into a black issue so fast. I could tell you about a black issue when they want to kill you, because if it was me, I would have put a genetic marker in COVID-19 just to attack people of African descent. That's what I would have did if I was trying to kill y'all. That is possible. That's like one, you don't do research on white folks on how to kill sickle cell.
Right.
Because it don't make sense. So your behavior is going to kill you, just like your behavior been killing you.
Okay, I can agree. I can agree a lot. At the same time, I do have to say this right here. We have a situation where the whole corona situation attacks the body and for the weak immune system and people that has certain ailments. It is more powerful when you're dealing with people that have certain ailments, diabetes and different things of that nature. And who is it that suffer with that more if it's not the black and brown people?
It's you. It's your issue. That's your issue.
And that's why I say that there's a target, because of the fact that that's why I say, and I understand what you're saying. You know, we have to take certain precautions, certain things that we should not do, and we make ourselves a little more vulnerable if we don't take those precautions. I agree with you there, but at the same time, I will say that there's a certain underlying thing behind this. You know, certain people that have certain ailments are more susceptible to being taken out by this coronavirus, and that just happen to be people that look like you and I, Anna, Sherry.
But if you only looking at people like you and I, how humane are you? Like all them Italians that have died, all the Chinese that have died, Africa, the continent, is getting ready to be hit.
My question is this right here. How humane are the individuals that's targeting us and trying to take us out? See, we could turn this thing several.
That's what you want to believe.
No. Look at the numbers, brother. Look at the numbers. One thing.
You've been to Great Clips.
I can lie to you. You can lie. Anybody that's a part of this broadcast can lie. But if we look at the numbers, brother, those numbers gonna speak the truth.
Like I said, I would understand if white folks wasn't dying.
I never said they were not. I say look at the numbers.
But that's the thing about it. That's the problem. That's the problem with society. That is the problem with society. Everybody wants to be the star. Even in a bad situation.
Has nothing to do with the star. No. Has nothing to do with the star. My situation is this right here. If I look at the numbers, if somebody tell me 10 people died, and I look at the 10 people that died, if 8 of them looks just like me, there may be an issue there somewhere. Now, I'm not gonna say that we're the only ones that died. No, there's other people that died outside of our community as well. And my heart goes out to each and every one of them. I love everybody. I don't see all this divided. That's not me. I love everybody the same. If anybody if a black, white, orange, polka dot, or striped person come before me, I'm gonna love them just like I love somebody that looks just like me. I just love everybody. But at the same time, I know that numbers tell a certain story. And if we look at the numbers that telling the story, the ones that die the most are people that look like you, I, Anna, Sherry, Kurt, Miss Marie.
That's because you stopped looking at everybody else.
No, I did not. No, I did
now,
not.
If you test 10 black people.
I said I look at the numbers. I didn't say I look at the color.
Here go the number. If you test 10 black people, how many of them people gonna come up with the disease that's white?
Say that one more time.
If you test 10 black people for coronavirus, how many of them gonna be positive and white?
And I'm gonna be white.
So then if 8 people came up positive, I could tell you 80% of the African Americans tested with COVID are dying. And that's why it's such an increased rate.
So does that change the fact that 8 people in our community has died?
What the fact of the matter is you don't have enough information, but what they told you.
Yeah, I start off by saying I look at the number. If you look at
what number?
The numbers of people that's dying. You look at the number, do the research. You are research. You love to do research. Look at the
that's why I'm telling you this. Everybody's number is different almost.
Anna's husband sent me a very important video from YouTube, and I'm gonna look at that video when we get finished about all these coffins. He sent me a YouTube video of all the coffins. Now, who do you think gonna occupy a majority of those coffins?
I bet you all of the folks that do are going to be dead.
It doesn't matter. See, that's a beautiful little thing.
Hold on. Now, you gotta call a spade a doggone spade.
You got to,
because the truth be told, now there's been more emphasis put on the control aspect, the contain and control aspect of the COVID.
Right.
That's what I mean. I'll just use Florida, for example. Florida, Indiana, Wyoming, all of these places that kowtowed, stepped and fetched to the demands of our king, got 100% of what they asked for.
Right.
They got 100% of what they asked for. When you have places like Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia, California, Washington State, that really needed what they was asking for and was not supplied.
Right.
And then when those same state governors, which one of them is my governor, who I swear if he ran for president, I would be inclined to vote for him, and he's a Republican. But when my state's governor said, you know what, you want to give me what I want? Guess what? I'm going to call these South Koreans and
exactly
we need for this state. Listen, I hear your point, L Dog, and you.
It's the response to COVID. It's the response to COVID that's the issue.
All at the same time, brothers, we have to accept the inconvenient truth that my guy, Mr. Trump, because his real name is not Trump. Our guy is a fascist, racist, classist individual who happens to be the American president. He don't care if only people he care about is the people who can make him $1.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's all he care about. So our argument, even if we argue for and or against, we still cannot refrain from looking at a very inconvenient truth, which is, guess what? This guy's going to kill off anybody who does not make him any money. Right. And that is what we're seeing. Okay, I need to stay in power, so I need to kill off the base that does not vote for me.
That's why I want to kill the post office. So you can't mail in your vote.
That's what it is. If you just ran if you just ran the island of Puerto Rico, after everything that transpired in Puerto Rico, now you got to remember, Puerto Rico replaced their whole entire governmental structure. You got to remember, they protested for almost 6 months every day in the street. Get this dude up out of here. No, we not doing nothing else. Ain't nobody going to work. Ain't nobody going to the grocery store. We gonna pull it out the yard. Y'all gonna get these people up out of here. Okay, so now it's known. The island of Puerto Rico will never vote Republican again. They done smashed that, so what do we got to do? We need to kill off that voting block.
And this is what I like what Kurt said, because this is to them.
Same way, the city of New York will never vote Republican again.
And I'm glad Anna is on to speak to exactly what Kurt is saying, because as protesters and activists, and we always come together as Black and brown people, but there were a segment of brown people who insist on supporting white supremacy. Absolutely. Because white supremacists were paying their bills. You could always go work for white folks under the table if you was a maid, if you gonna cut their grass and do all that. And what business were most migrants and Hispanics in a lot of these places? A lot of places are migrant workers or what have you. All they saw was, hey, these white Republicans hiring us. They didn't want to be checked to see if they were the ones that were against checking citizenship and all these types of things, because they were exploiting our brown brothers and sisters. So they were committed to being Republican at one point, but now they see what happens when you really need some help.
Hold on, Leonard. Go ahead, Anna. What's on your heart?
Well, see, Leonard is right to a certain extent, because then you have, and I'll say American male, it doesn't matter what color you were, when you were evading alimony and child support, you wanted a job under the table as well.
That's right.
And when he's saying migrant workers, we're talking of people who have came from Argentina, Mexico. I'm sorry, that's my Spanish accent. Mexico, Venezuela, Bolivia, other places in South America. Cubans, which I think they were given, if I remember correctly, they were given asylum if they hit ground in Florida, which that was taken away from them under this new administration, which falls into the Dreamers and all of that. But he's right to a certain extent that, yes. But then what I love what Curtis said, because I look, there was a party in Puerto Rico, because Puerto Ricans will make a party out of anything. They made a party and made sure that he got out of office, him and his whole administration. How dare you send a WhatsApp group text between all of the government in office and laugh at over 3,000 bodies that were dead in their homes after a hurricane. And then meanwhile, FEMA's not coming out here to help, they say. And then all of a sudden, we just found like 3 warehouses full of stuff that was never given to the Puerto Rican people. So to a certain extent, did number 45, the commander-in-chief, did he lie about the help that he sent? No, he didn't. Now, did he do what he said he did? Absolutely not. He did not give the Puerto Rican people what he said he did. But was there baby food and stuff that was found? Yes. They're finding it 2 years later, now that we had all these tragedies with earthquakes. So all I have to say to each and every one of you guys, I don't care who's in office. I agree with Curtis. If it's a Republican that's doing what he's supposed to do for the people, vote for the people. I don't care if they're Democrat, they're Republican. But what we have in office right now is not for the people. Learn to grow your own stuff at home. Learn to get your own hair and nails done. My son got a haircut. Hey, we're learning. We'll get it. You know what I'm saying? He got a haircut at home. I've been dyeing my own hair. You know, if we need to learn how to do everything else, it'll be done. Hey, you know what? I always think of something. The way our grandmothers did it and our great-grandmothers did it, that's what we need to go back to, and quit giving the society out there money. And it's not only about the small businesses, because Lord knows, and all of you guys know, I support small businesses. Yeah, I give money to small businesses.
Hold on. Am I hearing you say y'all been experimenting on my little nephew head?
You don't tell me you got a Timmy.
Are you saying to me y'all been experimenting on my little nephew's head?
Do you want me to call him on camera real quick? It
No,
doesn't look
no,
that
no,
bad.
Don't embarrass the baby. Don't embarrass the baby.
Mhm.
Don't you do that baby like that.
And you know what though? No matter what he does, he looks handsome, so he'll be okay.
Don't you do that baby like that.
Lord, my Jesus. Miss Marie, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
What's on your heart, Miss Marie? Talk to me. And you know you got to come back. You know you got to come back, right?
Listen, we do have to worry about who we have in our White House.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans is not for the people. Republicans are basically for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. I get emotional about this because look, they always try to downplay the Democrats. Democrats is for people. They always have been. I've been trying to get in the black caucuses and trying to get somewhere where I can help. I want to learn how to do the voting things, how to run the voting polls and all that kind of stuff. Look, let me tell you something. This all comes down to getting people registered and making sure people go out and vote. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason he's in there. Because what people don't realize is your vote is your voice. And if you don't use your vote in your voice, they take it and they give it to who they wanted to have it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What we need to do as people, we get our neighbors, we get our family members that's not registered to vote, we get them to the polls, we make sure they're registered, we make sure they vote. That way, everybody has done their part. Because there's no way in this whole world that Trump won every state on the map. Mm-hmm. There's no way possible. Mm-hmm. If he did, it was because the people that didn't come out and vote, they take their vote and they give it to who they wanted to have, and that so happens to have been 45.
Exactly.
So now it's known. He said, what do we have to lose? Now everybody should see what we have to lose. Mm-hmm. Everybody should see what we have to lose. This is the plan. Mm-hmm. Everybody get somebody to go register them to vote.
Good deal.
That way they can't steal your vote. They can't steal your voice because that's your voice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's keep this thing going. We're going to get out of here in just a few minutes. We're supposed to be done at 9, but we're a little bit over. We're going to go on this order. We're going to go Donald, Cassandra, and Bishop. Donald, Cassandra, and Bishop. Donald, what's on your heart?
I just we do a lot of talking. Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna do nothing. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm not gonna do because I don't get in crowds. Mm-hmm. I don't even get in long conversations. Mm-hmm. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. Because people run their mouth, but then they still want to claim the victim. I don't do that. I'm not a victim. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't fit in that category because we're peculiar. So we just don't conform. So they are opening up. Go ahead. They got nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. I know that we are. I wish I knew the word susceptible. We are vulnerable to certain diseases. Well, all I got to do is eat right.
Absolutely.
And so, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a victim. You don't have to play the victim. Just do what you need to do. And so whatever they targeted, if you stay out of the target, get into it. Go ahead and do your hair. And go to the barbershop and do it. I messed up around the barbershop and I've been social distancing ever since.
Good Lord.
That's what's my, and I don't like that one. But it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You caught that, didn't you?
Yeah.
But anyway,
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yes, sir. I got you.
but see where I put myself, who I'm gonna blame?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, I don't trust him anyway. I don't care what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not waiting on nothing that he offers.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
But we all took that money.
The ones who have to include myself in something,
The ones who got it.
the mindset wasn't for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, if I don't get it, then I'll keep moving. Keep it moving.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Cassandra, what's on your heart?
I just want to say, I appreciate everybody on this line. I appreciate your position, and I'm just not, I've never been just a talker. I'm a doer, so I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm working with Ms. Marie. I'm working with Color of Change, which is a group out of around, it's actually around the country, that works with getting people registered to vote, bringing that. So, I mean, I just feel like we got to do what we got to do this time around, because 45 is dangerous to every person in this country, and even the white ones that are too ignorant to realize who he really is. He's a danger to them just as much as he's a danger to us. And I want to say that yesterday, they were talking about Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is, from North Korea. And this president of the United States stood up there and said, oh yeah, he's a really good guy, and I'm hoping that, I hope he's like Jehoshaphat. I hope worms take him over and take him out of here, because this man is a tyrant and a dictator that has oppressed and killed people, just like what 45 wants to be a dictator. And if y'all don't realize that by now, that's exactly what his propaganda crap is about. He wants this country to be a dictatorship, because he is not all powerful. So I'm going to keep crying loud, spare not. That's just me. Everybody else can do just them. I'm going to do what I have to do to alarm as many people, bring them to awareness as possible.
Good deal. Good deal. Got to get out of here. Bishop, what's on your heart, man? We got to get on out of here in just a minute or two. Bishop, what's on your heart?
Well, I'll be brief, man. I love the intelligence that everyone on this station is disseminating, because we're paying attention. And it's unfortunate that others are not paying attention to the reality of what we have to face. So I'm just going to keep everybody in my prayer, and I just request the same. Y'all keep me, y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're gonna go to let me see who I'm gonna get, Anna or Sherry, to do this right here. I'm gonna get Sherry to do it today. Anna, say thank you. And
to do the site to say what's going on at 3:00.
That's what we're gonna do. What's going on at 3:00 today? You better say that. You better say that word right too.
Well, first I just want to say is like people.
No, you trying to say?
No, I promise. I'll make it brief. I'll make it brief.
We ain't got time for all that.
Just wake up, everybody. Okay, if you have not seen this show, you can watch it again at 3 p.m. and it's entirety.
She sang it.
Entirety at dkmradio.com.
Now, Anna, I got something different for you. Tell them about the prayer line, the prayer request.
Oh, you want it in both languages?
Yes, please.
Yes. Eso, por favor, si solicitan una petición de oración, vayan. Is it the same page, the DKM page?
Yes.
Okay. Vayan a la www.radio.com. Entonces, allá abajo verán donde ponen su nombre, la petición de oración y lo demás que necesiten. Y si necesitan hablar conmigo personalmente, mi número de teléfono es el 321-252-8084 y podemos orar con ustedes, o dejen su petición de oración ahí en el mensaje y oraremos por ustedes si no quiere que llamemos. Also, we are at www.dkmradio.com. We're doing a prayer request line where you put in your prayer, you put in your message, your information. One of us will get back with you. Of course, some people don't want us, to get back with them, and that's okay too. we will all pray for you. We want to do this, and we want to continue doing this, especially with this whole coronavirus and other things that your family can be dealing with right now. It is very important that we unite as Christians and for one another with love and with passion. So please be sure to contact us. Y por favor, manden el mensaje. I also gave them my phone number in Spanish in case they have a hard time. Were you able to put in the, no, not yet. So I gave them my number just in case they need help.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what's going on? What's going on at 12 o'clock today, Anna? Tell us what's going on.
Today is going to be a wonderful lunchtime with Anna. So I have, for National Poetry Month, I have different walks of life, different people. You're going to hear my mentor, Raheem's poem in a little while. Get your tissue ready, because I always cry, especially if it hits home. I have some amazing people.
Softy, just a
He's
soft.
making fun of me. Stop it. I have an amazing panel coming up, and I'm not just saying that. And if you have any talent, please get in contact with me, because I want to put those your talent up. You never know who is listening to this. We are heard worldwide and nationwide. Huh?
I said, hurry, y'all. We gotta go.
Stop cutting me off. So I'll see you guys at 12 o'clock at lunchtime with Anna. Love each and every one of you guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and don't forget to vote.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Miss Marie, are you still with us? Miss Marie, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Miss Marie, I'm gonna put you on the spot if you don't mind.
All right.
Will you pray us out?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm not a good prayer, so don't laugh at me.
No. Just take us before the Father. Take us before the Father.
Dear Heavenly Father, we came to you today. We're trying to build up our country. Lord Jesus, please watch over us. If we don't need nothing, we need you right now, Lord.
Yes, Father.
Come back to us, Lord. Put your hands around us, represent your arm, Lord. As this country needs you.
Yes.
Not only this country, but every country right now needs you, Lord. And then just saying.
Amen. Hey, that's good. That's
good.
Amen. Glory.
Hey, hey, Bishop, you there?
I'm here.
Bishop, now wasn't she said she's not a good prayer? Now that was a powerful prayer, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cover me in prayer.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So listen, I'm looking at the clock, y'all. It's time for us to get out of here for today. It is now 9:12. It's 9 to 12. Normally we're out of here at 9 o'clock, but y'all know we always go over sometime. But listen, we're about to get out of here for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Radio and the Morning Glow to be a part of your morning. It is now 9:13. You're about to exit the Morning Glow, but before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take some of this light out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. We're going to end as we begin with the song, exit song. We ain't going to play no music today because we're already over. So we're going to go ahead and play this song, and you all have just the best day.